In Indonesia, monsters are always present in our culture. And beside being a cathartic figure, they are also like the personification of human greatest fear. For me, actually, there is one monster that I'm really scared of, and it's plastic. How it merged everywhere. We can see how it has affected the three kingdoms of nature. We can find microplastic or microparticles in plant cells, animals' organ, or also in rocks and other minerals. When I see French culture based on Christianism, there is like fear that was built around monsters. So monsters is evil, and then we have to destroy it. While in Asia and in Balinese culture and religion, which is Hinduism, we don't think that monster has to be eradicated. We think that the good and the bad have to coexist, and that human function role is to manage this balance between the good and the bad. So my background was in design. I got interested by space. It was really interesting to work with craftsmen and women, and also to understand the identity of each material and how to play and work with them. It's been few years that I've decided to only work with the material I found in my close area, including the island of Bali. And then I usually work with mineral, soil, and then recently with plants that are in my garden. When I forage most of the time in my travel and then I collect stuff around, unfortunately I can see plastic. So it was natural for me to include plastic in my artistic research and practice. I decided to work with a small company in Bali that makes a board from recycled plastic. So they collect Bali waste, they shred it, and then they melt it into the requested shape. When I received the first board, I tried to work around, and I quickly realized that it has the texture of wood. I brought it to a wooden sculpture, and in Bali it's a very popular practice, especially for temple decoration. And Pak Made, the sculptor who did like most of my pieces, he specialized into traditional temple representation of also monsters, which is worked very well with my subject. And then we worked, play around, and I also, of course, got inspired by Balinese aesthetic. So for this piece, there's some most of the elements are coming from Bali. For example, like the palm leaves. The name is lontar, and it's very precious in Balinese culture because in the cosmogony of Bali, lontar, which is a palm species, is the first tree that was created on Earth. So actually making this installation was my first time making collaboration that intense, and firstly in Indonesia, and then also following it here in Lyon during the residency. So I had to learn from the start to the end how to work with people, with team, and it's been great actually. I would love to have other projects like that.